what sort of inspired you to pursue Chinese medicine?
When I was young, I saw people suffering a lot with a lot of ailments, and it seemed to me that a lot of Western medicine wasn't working for them. And then as I got a little older, I encountered some problems myself where Western medicine was not a solution. And luckily enough, I was just in the right place at the right time to happen to find out about Chinese medicine, which I'd never even heard of before. And it worked for me. And so I was a fan of it for a lot of years, and it never occurred to me until 2 years ago that I would study this medicine myself.
Do you feel careers you've had in the past have helped prepare you or led you towards the medical field?
My initial pursuit was possibly to be a regular doctor and or a nurse. Both of my grandmothers are nurses, and so growing up, they were about as close as a doctor anyways. I could imagine, they could do everything, and they had the answer for every scratch, scrape, cut, broken finger, whatever that I ever had. I already had a strong science background, so I decided the next best step would be preventative health, and therefore pursued a kinesiology degree, physical education, movement, personal training, things like that. So it definitely prepared me because I have a very strong anatomy and physiology background, which you need for this medicine, especially for your point location. If you have a very good basis of your bones and muscles, you know right where to find points. So absolutely, I feel like I've probably been better prepared than most who decided to enter this field.
How would you best describe the difference between Western medicine and Chinese medicine?
Well, it is much older, 5,000 years older versus a couple hundred years, and I find it to be also a bit less intrusive, shall I say. It also addresses many of the emotional, spiritual aspects of a person that I think Western medicine doesn't include. I think it gets to more of the root of the cause, and oftentimes in our studies we talk about the root problem and then the branch. And you can have many branches coming up, but you always have to get back down to that root. And oftentimes I think Western medicine is never even addressing the root. They're just trying to subdue the symptoms.
So how do you feel the practice of Western medicine versus Chinese medicine differs?
Basically, I would say everything is constantly changing, and a word my professors use a lot is dynamic, meaning that our patients change on a daily basis. We could treat you today for whatever problem you're presenting with, and tomorrow, because we've helped move things along, you're a completely new patient.
How would you summarize the philosophy of Chinese medicine?
In this analogy, the fire, a pot of boiling water is the problem. So, in Western medicine, they say, throw some ice on it, throw some more ice on it. And that works for a little while, but eventually the pot is boiling it. Throw some more ice on the fire. So that's Western medicine. Now, in Chinese medicine, we look at the situation and we say, oh, remove the fire.